Hey there, folks, and welcome to the I Am CDB project. I'm your host, CDB. You're not. And today we're going to use Soap Commander Zeal, which was sent to me by a gentleman named John. It's not his sort of scent. It's quite bright and very nice. This is blackberry, cedar, and sage. Really nice scent. Thank you, John. I do enjoy it. It's very bright and summer-like, although you know me, I'll use this any time of year. Really nice scent. Predominantly, I get blackberry. Really sweet scent, which I tend to favor myself. So thanks again, John. I do appreciate it. And I've been out camping and fishing for a few days. So I've got a few days growth here. You rarely see that on me. But yes, I do actually grow whiskers. Because people are all the time, you're not shaving anything. Yes, believe me, I am. Anyway, it's oftentimes gray. There's some black, I guess, left. But anyway, you can't see it very well on camera. But there's several days growth, so we're going to go with the mighty R41 by Mule. Astra SP blade riding in their Jurgen Hempel handle, which is sort of my go-to handle for oddball heads that I have. Anyway, had a good time. I'll wet the face here and... I made some lather. I'm going to be using, again, the West Coast Shaving. I think this is $13 brush, 26 millimeter. Really nice. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up just reaching out to West Coast, say, hey, let me send you the money for this brush because I really like it and I've been using it a lot. Anyway, we did catch some trout. Let me roll in some pictures there, especially a gentleman on Twitter. I posted some pics to Twitter and you know, there was a golden trout in the bunch, and he's like, I've never seen one. It's a beautiful fish, and it certainly is. So here's just a few pictures of the fish and just where I was at. All right, and there you have it. So those of you who are outdoor type of folks or folks who just appreciate nature, I'm sure will enjoy that. I really do. My wife had actually gone to her niece's, and now, of course, my niece as well, wedding, who's a really wonderful girl, but I do not like weddings and formal functions like that, so I had planned to go fishing with a buddy of mine and he brought his kids, and so we had a good time. It rained most of the time, which was kind of a bummer, but still it was a good time. I just like being outside and doing outside sort of stuff, and so that was nice. Caught some trout and sort of battled the rain. That was about the extent of it, but it was nice, and I hope to go back soon, or at least once. I plan to certainly do more fishing, but hopefully go back there another time at least before the summer's out for a few days. And it's rugged and very enjoyable. There's nothing out there. It's 30 minutes from a cell signal of any kind, so there is no communication out there, no power, no running water, no nothing. You're literally camping old-fashioned style, not with a camper with water and power and all that, real roughing it style camping. So that's the type that I appreciate. So let's see how we do here with the R41, and it's cutting through those whiskers easily, as I would imagine, or as I had imagined it would. Again, the R41 is not the smoothest of razors, but it is very aggressive. And if you have a few days growth, like I do, it will make short work of it for most people anyway, or at least it does for me. And so I thought it would be a good time to use it. And like I said, it's not it's not the type of smooth that I like, but on a situation like this where I haven't shaved for several days, it's good for that sort of situation where you want to attack it a little more aggressively. You don't need to. You could still use a regular razor that isn't quite as aggressive, but sometimes you just want to take a heavy-handed measure, and so that's what I'm doing. The soap, by the way, smells really nice. Good quality as always from Soap Commander. Really good people at Soap Commander, so you can buy with confidence. I know they had some, family type issues some months back, and I don't know where they are on that because it's not my business, but I still look at Darren and Carrie as very fine people. Always will. And so I'm happy to use their products, and they're good products. So again, buy with confidence. Really good stuff. All right. Thanks again, John, for sending. I do appreciate it because I'm not buying much. So let's see what I get. I took my, these are the kind of things that happen and make you sort of regret spending all this money on shaving gear. So I have a slow leak in one of my tires, and they're 2 years old. They got about 20,000 miles on them, something like that. Anyway, of course, whenever you take it anywhere, now it used to be they would plug it just about no matter where it was, and you'd be good to go for the life of the tire. But now, it's too close to the sidewall. Of course, we can't plug it. And since it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, I did not know this. I'm not really a vehicle person. You have to replace all 4 tires if there's considerable amount of wear. And in 2 years, you get some decent wear on tires. So you can't just replace 1 or 2 because that can affect the drivetrain, evidently, which I did not know. So instead of looking at, $150 or $300 for 2 or whatever the case may be, depending on which tire you buy, you're looking at like 600, and I'm like, oh, yeah. It's just like, sometimes I'm already going, I'm making my passes wrong because I'm lost in chat here. I'm supposed to be going across the grain, and I'm going sort of against the grain. My cheeks here. But anyway, those are the kind of times where you're like, I wish I'd have bought less shaving gear. But, we'll take care of it. For now, it's just a slow leak. I just have to put air in it once in a while. But anyway, it's just one of those things that happens. It happens to everybody. Life happens, and life is sometimes, sometimes you have things that are less than desirable that happens, and tires, you hope to get at least several years out of them, unless you're, driving like crazy. I don't drive a ton. So anyway, I'll have to replace those 4 tires. Or there's another method where you can actually get tires that are shaved down to match the others, but why buy a brand new tire and shave it down? Unless the other tires were still pretty new and that was necessary to shave down just a little bit. I could see where it might be worth it, but to buy 3 tires and shave them down to match 1 is crazy. You might as well just buy 4 new ones. And so anyway, that's that. Sometimes you take the hits, and that's just what life gives you. So still, if you're relatively healthy and have good family and friends, which I do, there's all the reason in the world to be happy, and so therefore I am. But every now and then, you have ridiculous things that happen that are minor setbacks, and so you just press on as best you can. That's what we shall do. But anyway, at least I had a heck of a good time camping, fishing. My buddy actually we had a fish fry one night and cooked the fish that was caught, which is, I think that's the way you sort of respect. You know, I don't catch fish just to catch them, and if I am going to catch them that way, I would just turn them back. Like, I don't catch and keep fish, just throw them away. You're either going to eat them and honor, you know, the wildlife you're killing, or turn it back loose and give it a chance to live. But the idea of just catching fish and, you know, killing them and not eating them is not, I don't think that really honors and respects the life of the animal. And so, therefore, we ate it, and it was quite good, actually. Again, cooking it over a fire, we do not take any kind of, you know, stoves or sternos or just regular old-fashioned wood fire. Cooking it on a cast iron skillet, old-fashioned way. So good old-fashioned camping, which is, you know, probably in rare supply today. I'm sure a lot of folks still do it, but folks now are so concerned with the luxury and electronics, and believe me, I love that stuff too. If I'm here and I don't have it, I'm like, or the internet's out, I'm like, what the heck? But when you're out there, you know, it's a different world. And I prefer to be out there and just, you know, have what you need, build a fire, you know, take enough water to get by, bathe in the river if you have to, and so forth. Just, you know, real old school camping. Anyway, enough about camping. This was a really nice soap, both in scent and quality. Soap Commander Zeal from the fine folks at Soap Commander. Really nice. I used the West Coast Shaving 26mm brush. That's between $13 and $15. Really good brush. I like it. I recommend it if you're in the market for a budget brush. Check it out. It's synthetic. It's really, really nice. Of course, the Mule R41. It made short work of the several days growth there. And that was just a nice shave. And again, I've been saying this. I just haven't had time to dig it out. I'll have another giveaway soon. I have some other stuff to get to. Again, I want to thank John for the Soap Commander Zeal. Really appreciate it. Thumbs up. And after I rinse this off, I'm going to throw on some Brute. I don't know if the wife will like that, but like I've always said, the wife doesn't have to wear it. You do. So if she doesn't like it, we'll see. She's not here now anyway, so maybe I'll get scolded when she gets back. I doubt it, because she's really nice to me, which is really all you can ask for, is honesty, respect, courtesy, and being pleasant, I guess. But most importantly, honesty, integrity, in my view. Anyway, I could preach all day, as you know, but I won't because I got things to do. So I will get off here, and I want to thank everybody once again for joining me and sticking with me over these years. I hope to continue bringing you videos as time permits. Thanks as always for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You're not. God bless.